Welcome back, future global citizens, to the critical stage of preparing for a tax-free and independent life as a perpetual traveler. Today marks a pivotal step in your journey, demanding preparation to legally sever ties with your home country and avoid establishing tax residency anywhere else. Success requires that you never spend more than the maximum allowable time, commonly 90 days or 183 days in any single jurisdiction, and fully eliminate your domestic footprint. Let's dive right in. Some essential administrative preparation. You must immediately start the process of securing the necessary travel documents to ensure a smooth departure and continued access to services from abroad. You should apply for the larger 48-page version of your passport to accommodate frequent travels and numerous visa stamps. If your travel plans include navigating complex geopolitical routes, you should consider applying for a second passport, though this is only granted in exceptional circumstances. You'll be needing strong justifications like documented prior visits to politically sensitive regions. It's essential to obtain original copies of your birth and marriage certificates from the local registry office, as the documents are often required for passport renewal applications while overseas, even if copies sometimes suffice in practice. While you are still officially registered at home, you must secure an international driving permit from the motor vehicle authority in your country. You should also update your international immunization card and receive any necessary vaccinations, as certain tropical countries often mandate proof of receiving specific shots, such as for yellow fever, to allow entry. To safeguard your records, you must create notarily certified physical copies of all important documents and leave the originals with a trusted person. Simultaneously, you should upload digital copies to a secure cloud storage service for anytime access. For global communications, you can use local SIM cards, but with services with Airlo, you can also use eSIMs for various countries, or you can also try international plans like Google Fi for more convenient connectivity. You'll also need international health insurance policy that is international. It's really non-negotiable, and you must also secure both an international liability insurance and a commercial liability policy if you run a business abroad. Appointing a trusted person in your home country is highly advisable, as they can manage your email, or rather physical mail, and handle vehicle registration matters if needed, since you cannot register a car in your own name after you deregister yourself. Of course, you have to cut the domestic umbilical cord to eliminate tax risks. The core task of this preparation is to systematically eliminate any evidence that you maintain a center of vital interest in your home country, or other country for that matter. You should adopt minimalism and reduce your possessions to only what you can comfortably travel with. Sell any unnecessary items to generate also your startup capital. Items you cannot bear to part with must be left with a trusted person or placed in a commercial non-residential storage facility, as residential storage units could potentially still trigger tax liability. Real estate ownership is also something that you need to leave behind, because it presents the single greatest risk to your tax-free status. So you must remove your power of disposal by either selling the property or securing long-term rental agreements lasting at least 6 months, or credibly prove that the empty property is actively being offered for sale or rent through a realtor or advertisements. Simply keeping an empty apartment while retaining the keys possesses a high risk. You must also terminate all of your consumption contracts for utilities like electricity, water, gas, internet, and also cancel your lease if you're a tenant. Regarding your vehicle, the best legal method is the authorized receipt arrangement, where your trusted person provides their address for official physical mail, while you remain the official owner for insurance possible, if that's possible in your home country. You must also withdraw from all active club and association memberships to prove that you no longer have local engagement. Upon deregistration, you lose your right to social benefits like unemployment or child benefits, and your pension entitlements usually are frozen until you reach retirement age. All other insurances, except for health insurances, should also be notified, as they will typically allow you to terminate your contract upon presenting your deregistration confirmation. You must also review bank statements from the past 2 to 3 years to identify and cancel all outstanding subscription and recurring payments, using your official deregistration to claim a special right of termination where applicable. If you are employed, you must also resign unless your job explicitly allows for remote work from outside the country, making sure to observe all notice periods. If you own a company or you are a freelancer, you must also evaluate the consequences, paying attention to the extended limited tax liability for high earners, and of course the risk of exit taxation on corporate shares, which may require you to restructure your business, perhaps by converting it to a cooperative or back as a freelancer. Any small trade businesses must be officially deregistered, and you must of course formally notify the tax office of the cessation of your business operations. The final step is of course the most important one, and that is the official notification to the tax office, where you say that you end your unlimited tax liability on the date of your deregistration. You will still be required to file a tax return for the entire calendar year, in most cases, with your full annual income, determining the tax rate applied to the income earned before your departure, due to progressive tax clauses in most jurisdictions. You should also call your tax office to ask specific actions they require, as they increasingly send out questionnaires covering potential issues like extended tax liabilities, or get in touch with a tax advisor regarding this. You must be acutely aware of the critical risk inherent of the perpetual traveler lifestyle. If you accidentally create any evidence of maintaining a legal recognized center of vital interests or ordinary residency in your former or another home country, any other country for that matter, even for a single day in the calendar year, you really often face the danger of being deemed a full tax resident for the entire tax year of that jurisdiction. For example, retaining unfettered access to a former home or overstaying the visa limit by some days are mistakes that can retroactively subject your entire worldwide income for that whole year to taxation, thereby completely undoing your efforts to live tax-free. Finally, of course, you should pair some contingency documents that, while not always mandatory, will be extremely useful for administration abroad, like original copies of recent utility bills, as many foreign banks require them to open a bank account as proof of address. You should also ensure that you have up-to-date policy clearance certificates, which are often required, and apostilles where that is needed for immigration purposes. This can all be requested from the government even after you have left in most cases. Always keep a supply of compliant biometric passport photos readily available for unexpected visas or document applications. If the entire bureaucratic process feels overwhelming, you can seek assistance from professional deregistration services that specialize in this complex exit procedure.